Hope you all are well in this global pandemic. I've created this video only for my research project Talk KKN in Indonesia. In this video, I am going to tell you all about languages and cultures, why languages are so important and valuable to the cultures itself. I already have sent 4 simple questions to my mates and they will give their responses here, so please watch this video until the end.
What are the benefits of learning languages?
Hi Zaki, I'm just recording this video for you and here to answer your questions. So languages and culture, what are the benefits of learning languages? The benefits are that you get exposed to different cultures. You learn about how different cultures operate, how people communicate in certain ways, why they communicate in certain ways. You get to meet new friends from around the world that speak the language that you want to speak. They live in the countries that you want to visit. There's many benefits, but it just opens you up to different cultures, and you get to meet people from those cultures that you're interested in.
I hope everything is good for you. I'm Marie. I'm from Quebec in Canada. I learned Zaki in travel in Indonesia 2 years ago, and we're still in contact. It's really nice to have contact with you, Zaki. So, yeah. For the first questions, what are the benefits of learning language? I think the first benefit is to communicate with many people. So I have a lot of conversation in my life I cannot have in French because other people doesn't speak my language. You have a thousand of language in the world. Not everyone can speak every language. It's normal. So when you speak a new language, you can communicate with more people, and it's fantastic. You can learn about culture in other country and learn about the literature too. To read the books in the language the author write it. So we have the word of the author, not the word of the translator. So this is another really good advantage and benefits to learn new language. But probably the first thing for me, it's the access with the culture, with other people from other countries.
So I'm going to answer a few questions. The first one is, what are the benefits of learning languages? I would say that if you are aiming to work in a big company, I think it will be important, especially if that company is an international company. I think they would demand their employees to be fluent in English, and I guess that's very important. And I think if some of I know a lot of people are interested in a lot of stuff and hobbies and so on. I think it's going to be important as well to learn that language. If you're into anime or if you're into K-pop, it's sometimes more easier if you can speak their language, because let's be honest, sometimes we want fast updates and we want to watch comfortably as soon as possible. And I know there's a lot of people who are like me, who if they are into something, they will learn and do anything to be able to. Because I know.
What are your motivations of learning a language?
I was motivated to learn a language because I was planning on moving to Bali next year. Those plans have had to change a wee bit because of COVID, but my desire to still learn Bahasa Indonesian is still there. But yes, that was my motivation, because I was going to be moving to a different country.
My motivations, it's for jobs, and me in my country, I'm really implicated with the politics. So I think politics it's a wonderful thing. We have the occasions to change the world. So in Canada we have two official language. A lot of people in Canada doesn't speak French, and to just connect with other militant people, all around our country and in other country, to be part of the movement of the changement. I think for that, learning, especially English, it's a real gift.
I would say like when I was like a child, I was very into cartoons and movies. So I wanted to watch comfortably and have like updates faster than when I have to wait for the Indonesian translation. And sometimes I'll be honest, like sometimes the Indonesian translation is just like questionable. And I prefer it if it's in English and so on. So I ended up learning English when I was a child, just so that I can watch my favorite TV shows comfortably, my favorite cartoons comfortably, my movies, and so on. And as I grew older, I just wanted to learn the English as a hobby for my reading, and just like, yeah, I just really got into it.
How many times do you learn a new language you really love now?
Back in I'm just trying to think. My deciding that I want to learn a language, Bahasa Indonesian was the first. There are many other languages I would like to learn. I would like to learn Filipino. I would like to learn Spanish. And also the native language of New Zealand is Maori. I would really like to be reasonably fluent. I'd like to be able to speak, have a basic conversation in Maori. But I have had to stop my Indonesian classes at the moment because I've just been very, very busy. So hopefully at the end of this month, I'll be able to redo it. So that'll be twice I've tried to learn Bahasa Indonesian.
To be honest, when I began to learn a new language, so English, when I was a child, I hate that a lot. When I was a teen too, I hate to learn English, and I was really in love with the French language. So I really began to appreciate English and learning new language when I travel. I do a long travel, to let me learn meet Zaki. So yes, now I really learn to appreciate English. So it's a really good gift because you can go everywhere in the world and just be it's functional. A lot of people speaking English in the world, but a lot of people have English like second language too. So you can communicate with people in almost all country. So for that, it's a really good thing, and I'm really appreciate to learn English now, and I want to improve my English day after day. I began to learn the language of a native language, the language of the indigenous people living in my land before the colonizations. It's the Atikamekw nations. So it's a very beautiful language. It's a very beautiful culture, and the language it's part of this culture. It's a big part of this culture. So yes, I really appreciate to learn this language. It's a beautiful language. I have really basic skills, but yes, it's very cultural to learn that.
Well, like when I was a kid, I learned English every day because I was very into it and I was determined to learn this language so that I can watch my movies, my TV shows comfortably. So I speak, like, not really speak, I learned it every day. And when I grew a bit older, when I was like 9, I guess, I wanted to befriend um, other people who were from other countries. And that during that time, my neighborhood was kind of diverse. We have a lot of American kids around, and so I wanted to talk to them, and I just ended up bothering them at the swimming pool and asked them their name, where they're from, and so on. It was really like awkward, but it was fun. And soon enough, like my childhood friend was getting into it as well. We learned English together, and soon enough, our parents saw that, and they put us into a tutoring. Yes, I got tutored because of me bothering kids at my neighborhood pool. And so we just learned English every day, especially with us being bilingual. We prefer expressing ourselves sometimes in English rather than expressing ourselves in Indonesian. And as I grew older, we kind of like got a lot of like um, transfer students from America, like not Native American people, but I mean like Americans. We get kids who were Indonesian but lived in America for a long time, and they moved back to Indonesia. Like my friend, one of my friend, her name was Modi, and she was from Houston, Texas. And we have also other like friends from also um, America who moved in to my school. Um, so yeah, we use a lot of English. And when I was like also a kid, I was like, oh, I want to get trophies too, like a lot of trophies and medals and awards because like it's shiny. I mean, like, do you not want something shiny on your shelves? Like, dude, it's really cool to see them. I never got them, but like I signed up for a lot of like English clubs and a lot of like English competitions as a kid because like that was very interesting. And yeah, so I practiced a lot of English since I was a kid, but sometimes I do get something out of it. Like those small pins. There was that one time my school just like, oh, let's just award or like give something to the kids who can speak English. So they gave us a pin that signifies that we were able to speak English. It was weird.
What are the best gifts from your language partners on virtual sites or in real life, face to face?
What are the best gifts from your language partners on virtual sites or in real life, face to face? Definitely the culture. The culture, as you know, I am on Hellotalk, and that's just been really great. We've been people that I speak to, we've been speaking in English. My Bahasa Indonesian isn't that good that I'd be able to sustain that length of conversation. But just learning about different cultures and amazing places to go in Indonesia that I didn't even think of beforehand. It's getting the insider knowledge of a place that you really want to go to. But for example, I went to Bali, but I was only there for 2 weeks. You know, I didn't get to see all that Indonesia has to offer. So a fantastic gift that I've been able to have via using the app is learning from other people about the country that I would eventually like to go visit?
So I think it's I said previously I'm implicated in politics. I'm really passionate about politics, and I think politics it's a lot about vision, and you can't have only your unique vision and be like that with to do the good choice. And so I have one example in my life. I meet a woman from Israel, a young woman, and we travel a couple of days beside. And yes, I see another vision about the Israel-Palestinian conflict and about the life in Israel, especially. And I guess this is a really good gift to have another view, have an intern vision, and yeah, a lot of things like that. I can just speak with more people, have more vision, have vision from people from other culture, other country, and yeah, the place will grow up. It's a big part of your personality and your interest. So yes, I guess for me it's a good gift. Yeah, I think English it's you can't don't speak English and really think you're open about the
And
world.
finally, the last question is that what are the best gifts from your language partners on virtual sites or in real life face to face? I would say like virtually, those people are very like um I guess like it's not much a big difference because like of course at the end of the day is what you learn from them. Um, what you learn from them, even if it's virtually or it's face to face. I think like what's more important is what they can like give you, the knowledge they give you, and I think like those are the best gifts that they could give me. They help me more fluently. They help me with my pronunciation, even though I still mess up sometimes. And I guess like those are very interesting. And when you speaking of like face to face, I think like when you are able to speak another language, you kind of also um like help someone gain knowledge, help their education, help educate people, and even if it's not much, but sometimes it could mean a lot. And sometimes you can help people and communicate. I mean, like, what's more romantic than being able to communicate with someone? I mean, like, that's very amazing. And I guess, like, I really, really like it. I mean, like, when you learn English or like learn a language, you learn the culture, you experience something about it. Like, it's very interesting. And I guess, like, that's all I can say to these questions.
Yeah, that's it. I've answered all the questions. I hope that helps you with your research project. If you need anything else from me, just let me know.
So yes. So thank you, Jackie, for this exercise. For me, it's nice every time you just take time to appreciate what we have, and thank you for this exercise. To this exercise, my friends. Sorry for my problems, and I hope we see you in the future. Okay, thank you.
Oh, but like, if you really want to learn a language, you need to work for it. Like, work for it. For me, it was like an everyday thing because um, I was like surrounded with a lot of facilities to practice it. I also have a lot of help with it. But if you just started to learn a language, I think you will need to work harder because learning a language takes a lot of like time and energy. And if you are not into it, if you are not wanting it like really bad, you're not gonna get it. it's just like what we do every day in our life. If you don't you don't go for it, you're not never gonna get it. I guess that's all I can say. See ya, guys. It was nice talking to you. Bye.
Hiya, back to my British voice again. How do you feel after watching all their responses? Feel motivated, right? I hope you all are motivated. This video proudly presents to Yogyakarta State University as my student study service in Dabag village, and also supported by Hellotalk and Flipgrid as the platforms or applications to find the best guests and language partners. Hope you all are well and healthy during this global pandemic. Keep learning and smiling. Have a lovely day.